Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on 790 The Bet. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency and Wally Hatchett's Comfort Food and Drinks at 6439 Summer Avenue.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. And glad to talk to Leila Thomas about gun safety there. That's FF.org. I mean, just get on that. It's a wonderful thing for you to learn how to shoot safely and check it out. Got a press release recently. I love to get these press releases, particularly if they're involved something in the fishing world. We try to stay abreast of whatever we can. I'd heard of Omega Tackle before, and I'd heard of this young man that he and his wife just bought that company, and not only has he been successful in pro bass fishing, but he's also taken up a different challenge. When you try to fish and own a tackle company at the same time, and he grew up in Alabama, and now he's in that dreaded area of East Tennessee, okay, with Oak Ridge, Tennessee. But we're glad to have with us on Outdoors with Larry Ray, Taylor Watkins. Good morning, Taylor.
Good morning, Larry. How are you?
I'm doing great. Let's talk about this now. The decision that you and your wife, Noel, what led
Noel.
you? Yeah, Noel. What led you to purchase Omega?
We've had good success in the fishing industry, and been very fortunate, very blessed over the past couple of years, and kind of looking for something to invest in. Something long term. I can't professionally bass fish for my entire life. I don't. Hopefully I can.
Yes.
But you know how hard that is. I mean, it's a uphill battle the whole way. And so I wanted something in the industry. I love fishing. I love the outdoors in general. And, man, it just kind of came along and was a good fit. So we pulled the trigger on it.
So Omega Custom Tackle, you're familiar with it. I'm assuming you've used the products yourself and have had and had success. Taylor is part of the National Professional Fishing League, which we featured many times on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Not only that, but he started out. Let's see, man, you won at Grand Lake of the Cherokees last fall. And then you got your second victory earlier in the year at Lake Cumberland in February. And so is this fishing is something that you've wanted to do? And I'm assuming you didn't exactly start out jump on it at the age of 12 and become a professional fisherman. So give our listeners a little bit about your background, Taylor.
Yeah, so I grew up in North Alabama, and, man, my mom put me in a boat whenever I was 3 years old,
okay,
and I think I caught my first fish at 4, so I owe it all to her. She always said if he's in the woods or on the lake, at least I know where he's at.
Okay.
And so that's how I grew up. I grew up in the outdoors just hunting and fishing, and as I grew older and learned more about, I always watched Bassmasters, I always watched professional fishing, and man, it just really fueled a fire for me, and I started out at my local level and then moved up and then fished Toyotas, and it was Costas whenever I did it. And then got the invite to the MPFL. And whenever I get the invite to the MPFL, it was, that was a good decision, obviously.
Well, tell our listeners, maybe they're not familiar with the National Professional Fishing League. What's it all about?
Yeah. So NPFL is it's built for anglers just like myself that work a full-time job.
You have a real job.
Yeah. So I still work a full-time job as well.
What do you do?
So I work in sales. I work for a company called Huback Corporation.
Okay, so that's what the league's all about. It offers the working man a chance to fish.
Yep, that's right. So our tournaments are spread out. We've got 4 weeks in between each event, at least 4 weeks.
Uh-huh.
And that allows us to fish and then come home and take care of business for 4 weeks or a month and then go fish again, take care of business. It's just enough time for everything to get real screwed up, and then you get to go do it, fix it all again.
Yeah. The climates may be different, the water may be different, and all those different kind of things. And I know this decision to buy, to take over from the Omega Custom Tackle was a family decision. You and your wife sat down, and I'm assuming she said, let's do this, Taylor. Or did she say, well, let's think about this for a minute? So talk about that.
No, she's always supported me. Noelle is she's the backbone of this whole deal.
There you
go. I could never do what I do without her. She takes care of everything. I might be out there, in front of the camera and fishing and having fun, and she's the one that keeps me on track and makes sure that I am where I'm supposed to be whenever I'm supposed to be there. And she works a full-time job as well. And it just kind of, this is kind of a thing for us to progress, and have possibly another stream of income, and I think it's something that who knows what it could progress into.
That's right. Yeah.
So we're a small company right now. Omega is a small company. All of the components and everything are built in the U.S. and put together in Missouri right now.
Okay.
Springfield or St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay.
So pretty much we're in the books and all of that stuff, the ordering and stuff like that, and we're not actually sitting in a shop putting jigs together. So that was the biggest thing for us, to be able to do it.
We'll talk about Omega then. What do you guys offer?
So Omega is known for their jigs.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
David Fritz, not David Fritz. They were made, what was his name? I can't remember his name right now off the top of my head. Golly, lost it.
That's okay.
Anyway, Omega was brought to the forefront by their football jig.
That's it, right? Yes,
I guess probably 10 years ago, 12 years ago, maybe. And then it just kind of developed. It kept developing. They produced a great swim jig, and it kept building and building and building. And it's always been a good brand, known for quality components.
Right.
It's never has Omega ever been just something Chinese made or something that's just thrown together. It's always been field tested by pros, by pro staff, by many different people before it's gone into the market for to be sold. And that was something that really drew me to Omega. They've been over the top and good with everything that they've done, and it's just a good, solid line of products that I think that I can take that's got a good foundation that I think that I can grow.
Well, a lot of that will depend on your success too, and you've proven that. What's next for you, Taylor? When will do you have another NPFL test coming up this fall, or do y'all have another tournament coming up?
Yes, sir. Our next tournament, I leave the 26th of August, and we go to Sandusky Bay, Ohio.
Yeah.
And then we've also got one last tournament. Our last tournament will be in November, the 1st of November, at Lake Toho, Kissimmee Chain.
Oh, great. Yes. That's two wide varieties of fishing waters. I can tell you that for a fact. But you guys spread it out. So tell our listeners out there how they can find out more about Omega Custom Tackle. Yep,
OmegaCustomTackle.com. You can look us up online. We're in Tackle Warehouse, about to be. My title sponsor is Baitworks.
Yes,
Baitworks.com.
Yeah.
We're on with Baitworks, getting on with Baitworks. They picked up Omega Custom Tackle. It should be, it'll probably be a couple more weeks before it's live on their website, or if you're in the Missouri area, they have a store there in Springfield. You can go by the store. It'll be in the store.
Wow, okay.
But, yeah, OmegaCustom.com, and, yeah.
That's great. Well, Taylor, we appreciate you being on Outdoors with Larry Ray, folks. That's, again, Omega CustomTackles.com. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Get the information, and we'll have a lot of this posted on my website, LarryRay.com. Taylor, thank you for taking time, bud. Let's stay in touch, and I don't believe in luck. Just go out and have a great time and catch some fish, all right?
That's right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Taylor. Have a great day. We'll talk to you. All right. All right. Taylor Watkins, and I support guys when they go out in the working man. Not everybody can have time to invest all the money and everything, and this is the National Professional Football League. Fishing League is composed of a lot of husbands and wives and things along that line, and so living in Oak Ridge, golly, he's got and he grew up in North Alabama, so we know where his allegiance is, so it's almost football time too. It is.
Well, yeah, that's on the doorstep. Yeah, I'm ready.
You ready? You ready? Okay. Frank's ready to go to Oregon. He's got more important things to do. All right. So we're going to come back after this break and talk to Amy Snyder-Spencer, we hope, of the TWRA. And I'm going to let John handle that introduction on Amy. And then, Frank, I think you ought to handle Scott Williams after that, since he's the Elvis man and everything. And then we'll probably let both of y'all handle Chuck Smith, because I'm not sure I can handle him. So let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray and be right back.